Imprisonment in the 12th house can be literal in terms of falling into the jail system, mental institutions, and it can also be that imprisonment that we feel within self, the emotional and mental overwhelm of self-sabotage that we experience within, that is ongoing, especially if you have planets within your 12th house. Before I get started, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, make sure to like the video and turn on your notifications. And please know that your support on my channel helps my channel to grow. We have an opportunity to be guided through astrology, through the energy of spirit. This video is for those of you who have planets natally within your 12th house. Any planet. It can become an imprisonment. Even if you have the South Node only in the 12th house, it can become an imprisonment. It can be a reliving of the 12th house energy that stems from your past life and is connected to your self-image and who you feel you are and see that you are embodied in this lifetime, but yet is connected with your past. And so to really understand the type of imprisonment that you feel within, you really need to look at which planets are within your 12th house and what those planets represent in regards to your own personal self. So the sun, the moon, the luminaries in the 12th house in regards to imprisonment will make it very difficult for you to even understand your own self. You feel like you don't even get your own self. The 12th house is a dark place. It is the house of hidden things. It is that place before you were birthed, before you took your first breath, the time when you were in the womb and it's dark. And so we can get lost and not even know our own selves when we have planets there. So the sun and the moon and the luminaries can be very difficult and challenging because you just don't understand why you don't get certain things about yourself, why you're experiencing certain things that are on a deeply spiritual level, because the 12th house is of spirit, and with the luminaries there, you kind of have a purpose to work with spirit. With Venus there, in sense of imprisonment, there can be this feeling of loss of your heart, of not being loved, not feeling loved, not loving yourself. Of course, the zodiac sign that's within your 12th house in your chart also paints another layer of characteristics into your experience. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, they all individually and what they represent as a planet within yourself personally, within your life experience, is going to highlight the type of imprisonment that you are experiencing. So I encourage you to look to your chart. I encourage you to begin understanding what the planets represent, what the zodiac characterizes within the 12th house. Always keep in mind that Pisces, mutable, soulful, transcendent energy that's at its core. If you want to learn more about the planets and the zodiacs and what they represent, you can go to soul2soul.ca in the blog section, and I've got all my notes from my studies documented there in point form, so you can get a good idea and a feel for what these planets represent. So imprisonment feels like everything is stripped away from you. There can be a confusion of your life experience where you can actually shine some light on what that is, some conscious understanding when we are conscious of this reality that we have with 12th house planets. That's the positive that comes out of it. But there is first that feeling of imprisonment where you just feel like you're stripped away, right? When someone goes to jail, they're stripped away from all their rights. They're stripped away from everything, from society. And so when we internalize that to a feeling within, we feel stripped away of what the planets represent within your 12th house. There is a suffering that is so deep that you can't help but get caught up in that current, that flow. It feels like it's just ongoing. This inner hopelessness and loss and suffering that is within that people just don't get. And it's a daily experience that you have to cope with, and that is hard. So I want to validate for that for you, because this is very hard. But with conscious healing, that's where we can break free of it. It's just by realizing, taking that hidden content, that dark content, and bringing it up to the surface so we can sit there and stare at it and go, holy shit, that is exactly what I was experiencing. And now that I see it with consciousness, with more light, I can learn to cope with releasing that suffering. Understanding what your truth is another major part of this process. What is the truth for the reasoning behind this experience of suffering, of imprisonment, of feeling stuck within your own self? Oftentimes, these emotions and these hardships of feeling this way in the 12th house will lead us into depression. And I don't know if you've heard this before, you may have, but depression is, first of all, I want to validate how hard it is, and how alone and isolated and hopeless and melancholy you can feel in depression. But there is a great opportunity when we're in that state of depression to rise. There is hope in depression through the solitude, through the isolation, through the retreat to that rock that you just want to hide under for and escape from the entire world. There is incredible amounts of knowledge and wisdom that you can gain when we are even just a little bit conscious that it's happening, right? Sometimes if we're not conscious and taking the time to learn and understand what the fuck is going on with me, why am I feeling like this? When we ask these questions, we give that little bit of light of consciousness to come in, where spirit can help us and guide us, where your soul can step in and gently guide you to create some understanding of what's happening. Why are you feeling these emotions? Why are you feeling these feelings? Why are you feeling numb? Why are you feeling like nothingness? That melancholy, just apathetic nothingness. If we tune in and tap into ourselves enough in that state of depression, we create space for a little bit of understanding. And once we get a little bit and that consciousness shines some light on it, then it has the opportunity to grow. And we can then climb our way out of depression. But when we come out of it, we come out of it with a brand new understanding, a brand new perspective, a whole paradigm shift that has us seeing with new eyes that we will never be the same as we were before. We have now taken another step in our evolution and our growth and our healing. I want to shine some light on the positives that can come from being in a depressed state. And this literally is the 12th house. Like, you have to fall far into that self-sabotage where you're just fed up and you're just willing to gain some kind of realization and understanding of what the fuck is going on with me, so you can get out of it. And it's through that process, it's through that rebirthing process, it really is a rebirthing, that we can slowly dissolve those lower states of lower consciousness, so we can move forward into a place of acceptance, into a place of forgiveness, into a place of deeper wisdom and understanding that we can now give back to others. So 3 tips I have for you in regards to imprisonment in the 12th house is to understand the 12th house energy you are consciously living with. So again, we're going back to what I said before. Check your chart. What planets are there? What do they represent? And how does that correlate to the experiences that you're having? Where is it that you fall into a depression, where you fall into the self-sabotage, where you fall into that inner battle? What's triggering it, and how does it correlate with the planet? And what exercises, whether it's meditation or journaling or just being still in the moment, to have an understanding, and to ask Spirit to help you, to ask your soul to come in and give you some guidance, because your soul and Spirit and your guides want nothing more than to help you, but you just have to ask. Again, number 2, create strategies in your life that helps with your mental and your emotional health. Create a daily practice, whether it is 5 minutes a day, you start with that and you build, or 10 or 30 minutes a day, but you have to make you matter. 12th house people have to make you matter. You have to make yourself a priority. You have to create a daily practice, a daily spiritual practice, and that can look as easy as just going for a daily walk, going down by the lake or by the ocean, wherever you live, immersing yourself in nature. It can look like just taking some quiet time to just sit with yourself and to contemplate and to softly just ask Spirit for a message. It can look like meditation. It can look like journaling. Anything that brings you some quiet peace where you can connect and ground and tune into self. And number 3 is to hold on to your faith and to maintain a conscious awareness around the experiences that you're having in regards to what's going on within you. First, in regards to any depressive feelings that you're having, experiences, states, and to know that it's part of a greater whole. To know that you are also connected to the collective unconscious in the 12th house. And so this experience is not solely to just break you. It's not just like, why, if I didn't have bad luck, I have no luck at all. These experiences are made to break old habits that don't serve you, so you can be the best that you can be. And in turn, naturally, you're going to be of such incredible benefit to the whole, to the collective. You are purposeful with 12th house planets, and your pain does not go unnoticed, because I notice it. And it's real, and it's okay to feel that way. And I encourage you to sit with it, to learn from it, to gain higher wisdom so you can move past it, and you will. That's why I'm here, is to help people to understand the realism of the pain and the suffering that you are experiencing, and that there is a higher purpose, and that there is a way out, and that it's not forever suffering. And when we understand that it's not a forever suffering, that what comes is going to go, and then new experiences are going to come, and then they're going to go, so shall this. I just did a video on wrapping ultimate meaning around earthly experiences, and it's exactly what I'm talking about now, is that understanding that even though you're facing loss, and if you're a 12th house person, you have faced loss in your life, many, I'm sure, but with that loss comes another opportunity, and that it does not go without a higher purpose, not only for yourself, but for the collective. So until next time.